welcome to Country Time with Quinn, Ireland's first live web TV country and western show. And on this evening's programme we've got a guy from America by the name of Andy Cooney, all the way from New York. He was coming here to Ireland. We spoke to him last year and he said he'd come back this year for the gathering. He is here in studios with us tonight here. Andy, welcome to the show.
PJ, it's great to be here. I'm here in Cavan.
Yes.
I told you I'd get here.
Well, thank you very much for coming. It's great to have you here. You've been doing an awful amount of touring since we spoke to you last.
I have been. We had a big Christmas tour. We played Carnegie Hall again.
Brilliant.
And we sold it out again, so that was exciting. And then, of course, got back here to Ireland in January for some bits and pieces and enjoyed that. And then toured all over the United States in March. And I'm back here again promoting the gathering. And so promoting the gathering actually in the States, but over here doing some bits and pieces.
And it just goes to show you the amount of people that's looking for your type of music and that here within Ireland, because coming back so often, there is a great draw in Ireland for that type of music.
Yeah, well, you know, the great thing about Ireland is, as I listen through the radio stations here, they play great variety of stuff.
Yes.
And, you know, and I know I love that. Americans love that. You know, in America, usually you have a station that just plays one thing.
Right.
And over here, that's one thing I love about
there's a huge cross-section of music, all right?
Yeah, and great cross-section.
Yeah, fantastic cross-section here. And some of the radio stations actually maybe a certain night of the week might do American music, but most times they will all do the Irish music as well, and Irish country, and it crosses all divides.
Oh, I know, it's great.
Which is great because you don't know what's coming up next.
Oh, I know. It's a real mixed bag. It really is. It's great.
But fabulous music. And music that you're actually playing as well too. You have your own band and all as well.
I do, and we've been together a long time, over 20 years, and we've been touring, and thanks be to God, it's been good, you know, and we're looking forward to come over here to Ireland and perform and bringing some Yanks over, bringing some business over.
Actually, so, this is what the gathering is all about.
That's what it's all about. It's what it's all about, and I'm trying to do my part, PJ. I love this country.
Yeah.
I really do. It's been a part of my life, my entire life. Yeah. I was reared with this music and reared with the heritage and traditions, and
Ireland it has a great attraction for you. So it was here in Ireland because the people are lovely. Like, you know, when you get in with them and get moving around, it is a great scene. Very friendly.
I have to agree, and we have a lot of fun things going on, a lot of exciting things. And I flew in on Monday and I met with Phil Coulter, and we're gonna be doing an album together, and just lots of great things happening here in Ireland too, especially the 15th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement.
That's right. And
people living in peace up there, thanks be to God. And Phil Coulter wrote a great brand new song that I'm going to be debuting the recording.
Right. And we'd love to maybe get them part of that at some stage. We'll talk to you, and we'd love to.
Well, I'll give you a little preview of it if you know. The last line of The Town I Love So Well is, I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well. This song is called The Bright, Brand New Day.
Excellent. It sounds fantastic.
So I'm very excited that Phil has chosen me to be the first recording of it.
Perfect. Well, you would certainly suit that. You would certainly suit the part. There's no doubt about that. I'm
very excited about that. And I'll be coming over to record that in July.
Right.
Which will be about the same time that I'll be coming right here to Cavan to perform a gathering concert here with some great performers.
Right. And that to be an exclusive here for Country Time with Quinn here as well.
There we go. Why not?
And to the people out there as well. There you are, exclusive here as well, directly from the man himself, Andy. And you have albums of your own as well, a number of albums as well.
I have. I've done a lot of recording over the years, PJ, and a lot of stuff in Nashville. I was writing in Nashville back in the early 90s for Larry Gatlin's company, so I've been around country music for a long time. But, as I've gotten older in the business and as I've matured, my taste in music has widened and went from writing a lot of country music and doing a lot of traditional Irish music to doing a lot of classical, believe it or not. singing in Carnegie Hall with the symphony and having to go into intense vocal training.
Yes.
And so, I've taken many different turns
A wide
in
variety,
my career.
a wide variety.
My
But
God, something will happen. Something will stick, and that will be the one. I'll be
But you suit the part and you fit the part very well. And certainly Phil Coulter would not be taking someone on board if he hadn't thrust and was sure he was getting
well,
a good artist.
let me tell you real quick. It's a really very interesting story. We started recording an album 20 years ago.
Right.
And what happened was we lost our funding from the record company.
Right.
So here we are. We had half an album, done, not even done, and it just went by the wayside. And so I got in touch with him this time around, and of course Phil had been out on the road with Celtic Thunder and very, very busy. The man is amazing. He just keeps going. And I said, "Hey Phil, you want to finish that album we started 20 years ago?"
Right. Very nice. Very nice.
So the timing was just right, and we are going to finish it. So it really is a great story.
It is a lovely story,
and funny enough, with the song "The Bright Brand New Day," because when we started the album back in the early '90s, it was the heat of the Troubles.
Yes.
In Ireland, and now to think that the climate is much different up there now. Really, people living. We never thought that we'd ever see that, or live to see this. These great things happening.
I know, it's fantastic because even like in Derry there, and it would be the city of culture as well, and
yes.
the culture would be from there as well, and so his heart would lie very much within that city. And we have the Flags coming to Derry as well, so it's going to be a fabulous time there.
That's it. So when I get that recording done, you'll be the first man to get it, PJ. All right.
Well, not at all, no. And I look forward to that. I look forward to that. I know, and thank you very much. There's no doubt of that. And DVDs and that, you have DVDs as well?
Yeah, I did a PBS special back in 2006. And it aired all over the United States, and it was a great opportunity to get on, television in front of the whole country, United States. So that was great. Got a great bit of mileage out of that, and it's been a great career. And the Irish music scene in the States it's very much alive. Yeah.
And because even for the people out there, and we'll certainly at a later point in the show as well, we'll be playing some of that or your music as well too, and let our audience there listen to it and view it, and it's fantastic because I have seen some of it, and it is beautiful music. Well,
thank you so
no problem at all. Over the years, you would have actually maybe seen a huge change in music going from one thing, from country to various, and now probably we have in America now too, a new type of country coming in there with younger people, and that they're different than what you would have had with Hank Lachlan and people like that.
Yeah, well, it's the same old thing. I think young people come in and they put their own twist on it. Yeah. I did the same thing when I was coming up, and I quite like a lot of the music and a lot of the talent that's out there today. Really, really great talent. And now that they have these television programs, and in America we have America's Got Talent and The Voice and all of this, and we're seeing some great country music artists coming up, via that stage, being exposed to us, and just great young talent. I know. It's great to see.
And even like when we get emails back in from people even in America and around even in Europe as well, coming in and saying this, this fantastic, looking at even some of the shows that we put out there too, the reaction back was just fantastic because the people they love the Americans and this feeling for it, God, that's fantastic stuff, and there.
All I can say is that the feeling is mutual right here.
and I've no doubt with you being here in Ireland at the moment that people are going to get that and get the opportunity, which we get around to at the moment there, behind you there, you're promoting a part concert, part dancing here as well in Cavan in July.
Yeah, the night should take a life of its own.
It will. I have no doubt it will.
It definitely will take a life of its own. You can't beat an Irish audience. You just can't beat it.
No.
And they're there to have fun. This is it. We're there to have a good time, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that happens.
Yourself there, you have Gregory Green and Derek as well, Derek Warfield.
Yes, Derek Warfield's going to be on that night. He has a great band, and me and Derek, we go back a long way. In fact, we recorded a song together, me and Derek.
Right.
Some years ago, an old, an old rebel song called "Take Me Home to Mayo."
Beautiful song. It is a lovely song.
It is a lovely song, all about the life of the tragic ending of a life of Michael Gahan.
That's right.
Yeah, and we recorded that together. So we did that 20 years ago. So actually, maybe not that long, maybe 15 years ago. But we go back a long way. I've done many concerts in the States with the Wolf Tones.
Right.
So we go back to the old Wolf Tone days. So we all go back a long way.
And you might get a rendition of that maybe in the Kilmore on the 19th of July.
Oh, you know what?
Anything is possible.
You definitely will. We definitely will.
There's one thing about a live show like that on stage. Anything is possible. I know you rehearse for things as well.
We'll be playing festivals in the States around the country, and me and Derek might be on the same festival, and we always end up on stage together. And we usually always end up singing.
It's a friendship that usually goes back over 20 years, and to be together that long, it holds a very special relationship between yourself.
Oh, it does. Me and Derek definitely 20 years at least, and of course going back to the Wolf Tone days and some of the performances that I had the honor of being on the same bill with those guys, and now of course Derek just continues. Yeah. Nothing stops him. Yeah. He's an amazing man.
And even with the like of Nashville there, and while it would hold very high, like with country music, is there any other areas within the States now that would be similar to Nashville, or is Nashville the place for country music?
I would say definitely Nashville's the place.
It's the place
it really is. The songwriters and everything. And I lived the Nashville experience back in the 90s as a songwriter.
Right.
So, it's quite a town. It really is. There's a lot of things going on, and great for young people starting out in the business, and great for people that have been in the business for many years as writers,
Right.
It's the heartbeat of country music.
Oh,
it definitely is.
Well, everything comes like, and people even love to go to record.
Texas is also a big music scene in Texas, in Austin, Texas. Some great areas, but Nashville's still kind of, in my opinion, still where it's at.
Once you mention Nashville, that is the most important. And would there be many Irish people within that area, or are you talking about mainly maybe Boston, New York, or that area?
Well, of course, Boston, New York, Chicago, San Francisco, even St. Louis, and those cities would be a lot of Irish, and even today, actually, more Irish coming over today with the work situation now. Right. Nashville, they have some down there, quite a few musicians down there, and the Nashville musicians they love the sound of the Uilleann pipes. A lot of them.
It's beautiful.
This one artist, Kathy Mattea, she loves the Uilleann pipes. She loves some of the Celtic instruments.
And it is beautiful music. It really is beautiful.
Oh, they love bringing those two traditions together.
It does change the whole scene completely.
I did an album some years ago called Irish Influence.
Right.
And what I did with this album, I recorded the bass tracks, the rhythm tracks in Nashville, and then I brought in traditional Irish musicians, playing along with the album, and it's the album's called Irish Influence. They probably find it on iTunes or whatever, but it was really cool. They just blended together so naturally, so it's effortless and a great sound.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah. On that note, we just take a commercial break here just for the moment anyway, and we'll be back to you in a few moments.